morning.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Good morning.
hey.
On this cloudy, gloomy
I
morning
know.
we've got going on this morning, isn't it?
Hey, we're coordinating today.
Oh,
Did we
pretty
plan
dang
that?
close.
No.
Yeah, no, I didn't send a memo, did you?
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
I think we're good.
We just kind of match the weather outside,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to Embroidery Club on the first Tuesday of every month. We do this 9 a.m. Mountain Time. You're here, so thank you for being here.
Yes.
And if you're local, then we have Embroidery Club in store at 11 a.m. So
11
Lisa
o'clock.
and friends would love to see you there.
Good morning, Laurel. It's good to see you again. She was in our class on Friday. It was
Oh,
awesome. Yeah.
you did Day at the Spa.
We did Day at the
Another
Spa.
Day at the Spa.
Yes.
And we have exciting news.
We do. We have awesome news.
Due to popular demand,
Yeah.
we're opening up a third session.
Yes.
We'll be at the third?
Third for virtual, yes.
Yeah, for the virtual. And that is Day at the Spa on June 28th.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, Sandra, kudos, my friend.
Thank you.
Because Sharon and Fern are amazing. That would just wear me out to no end, and they continue to do it and show up, and they do a beautiful job.
Well, thank you.
I mean, I've read so many nice comments about your classes, and
It's fun.
you do
It
wonderful.
really is a fun one. We have great people that join us, and they make it all worth my time.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So
that's for
if
sure.
you have been sitting on the fence and you haven't jumped yet,
Yes.
it's time to do it.
Take a leap.
Take the leap. June 28th.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars because they are adding yet another session
Yeah.
of Day at the Spa.
Yeah.
So
Might
June
finally,
28th.
Barbara says she might finally get to do it.
Yes.
Hey, Barbara, you
Do it.
You won't be sorry. I'm just saying, you won't be sorry. It's a fun one. You learn lots of great things, and
And I love that
designs are
you
great.
are stitching right along with them.
yes.
So
Yeah, from start to finish, the entire project, start to finish, we
Yeah.
do all three of them. So,
It's
and then
amazing.
some. I will just tell you, and then some.
and then some.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go. All right. Leanne is excited to do
Yes.
Day at the Spa next Wednesday.
She's doing
That's
it
gonna
in
be
store.
in store.
That's in store.
So you probably have that, are you doing rope bowls in your sleep? Pretty much.
Not so much the rope bowls as the soap pouches, and it's fun though. It's a great experience. Like I said, it's so fun, and the projects are gorgeous.
Yeah,
Oh,
they really are.
The purple in that denim is just. Kimberbell did it.
Yep,
They never fail.
Nope.
You know what? They never they don't ever disappoint us, do they?
I love that Diane said that she normally does these projects for other people, but this one she's keeping for
Smart
herself.
lady. You're a
So
smart lady,
I love
Diane.
that, Diane. All right. Well, let's go ahead and welcome everyone to Embroidery Club again. This month we are focusing on the new Paisley and Bloom belt bag. Shall we take a closer look at this? How cute is that? And again, of course, so much on trend right now.
Oh yeah. And that belt and the buckle is
take a
to
look there.
die for.
Yeah.
I was just absolutely enthralled with the quality of it.
Yes,
It's just
the quality's phenomenal.
Yes, it is awesome.
I love the gold.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's just
that's fun.
the belt buckle itself is definitely one that
And
you want an extra.
this was done, you did it kind of in a jade green, which is really pretty. But you also, for our samples today that we're going to be working on, you did it in purples, you did it in pinks. I mean, this is really, really fun. I think all black thread would be beautiful.
That's what we're going to stitch out this morning.
Oh, are we?
We're going
Are
to
we
stitch
doing it all in black?
Black with red flowers.
Ooh, a little pop of red.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then take a look at how this goes. This just amazes me, Sandra. How did they think of this? How did they make this work on the embroidery machine?
When I'm first doing it, I was like, what? How does this happen? But boy, I'll tell you, it goes together so smoothly. It really is not a hard thing.
It looks intimidating.
It does.
I'll be honest.
It really does. But I promise you, it is not.
And this new zipper pouch is brand new from Kimberbell.
The canvas zipper pouch I love him. I really do. We've used them in lots of different things, and they are of great quality, and I just think they're awesome.
Okay, so where do you see people using these? Just as a crossbody bag,
oh, yeah.
right?
There's a lot of them.
Or as a fanny
just
pouch.
as a fanny pack. But, you know, I think people are really conscientious anymore about where they're putting their purses, you know, to hang them over your shoulder.
Yeah.
My chiropractor looked at me and said, get that bag off your shoulder. So, yeah, I think that, so I've moved to one that's like a crossbody bag, fanny packs. That way you feel a little bit more secure too.
Yeah.
You keeps your hands free.
And everything close to you. Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. So
Looks like Sherry's working on an all black for her daughter, and she loves it on the cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be really pretty. So if for those of you who are following along with us today, we have the instructions we're going to be, you know, pointing your attention to. So make sure and print that out or bring it up on your computer if you want. Take notes because there's going to be a lot of little tips and things that Sandra's going to be able to share with us. And this is just a fun one. Now, it is done in 2 different sizes.
Correct.
So we've got 5x7 and 8x12. Give us a rundown of how this is going to work this morning, because if we were to do it right from the very beginning to the end, it would take us seveal hours,
yes,
right?
You would be here all morning long.
Yeah.
And so it's totally not one, especially on a 5x7, that you can do real quickly, because if you do a 5x7, it requires 4 hoopings. And so basically what we're going to do this morning is, again, we're not going to do it step by step by step, but we're going to give you a touch of every little step. Does that sound about right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with a 5x7 and we're going to do the first hooping, and then we're going to show you how to do the second hooping and just barely start that. And then that will complete the front of the bag. Okay, and then what we're going to do is stop at that point and pull out the 8x12 size. And it's when we get to those, we'll explain a little bit with each step, but then the back is totally quilted, and then we're going to go straight to the belt, where you put the belt in.
Because the belt, you know, there's definitely some things that we want to, you know, point your attention to.
Yeah. So then we're going to put the belt on, and then we're going to stop at that point, and then we're going to move on to how you box the corners of the bag on the top and the bottom, and on the lining. So you'll get a touch of each little step, but you might not see the entire step. How's that?
Yes.
Because
I think that's
otherwise
you'd be on all day.
You're going to be here with us for the next 3-4 hours, because it definitely does take.
It is a longer stitch out for sure.
And 90% of it is just stitching.
Right.
So you guys can watch your own machine stitch. There you go.
Well, good. But Sherry says boxing is where she gets confused. And, and that's what we anticipated happening.
Yes.
And so we've got, we're going to take you step by step on how to do that, Sherry.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and begin.
Okay.
So the first thing,
so we're going to take our bag, and we're going to, it'll show you how to measure it so that you can hoop it up.
Okay.
That's probably the best thing to do.
And we've also added a little bit of fusible backing on here. Tell us why.
Well, you're going to put it on both sides. It just gives it a little bit, makes it a little bit more stability, especially with all of the stitching that is on there. Not an issue as far as any colors showing through because of the canvas, but it does give it some stability, and it gives it a little bit of heaviness for you to use it as a bag,
right?
Like a purse or whatever. So, yeah,
definitely. Okay, all right, and then
so let's turn your instructions to this first page right there,
Chris. Okay, so I'm on page 5.
Yeah.
you're following along.
So basically what it's telling you is that you are to make it so that your zipper pull is to the right, okay? And you want it right side down, so wrong side up. And then you're going to take your lining pieces up here and you're going to just pull them away. And then this is the side that you're going to put your fusible backing on.
Okay.
Okay.
So can everyone follow along with that? Right here. Step number 2, we've pulled that lining up here to the top. And this is again where the fusible backing goes, which has already been placed on here. Okay.
Okay.
We could press it maybe just a little bit more.
Okay, you bet. I can do that. While you hoop up a sticky back wash away stabilizer.
Let's do that.
So if you'll take that,
Okay.
and I will just press this a little bit. Chris is going to do a sticky back wash away. And the purpose of that is so that you can just lay out this canvas bag, and you don't have to worry about it sliding around because it's going to stick to it. I like sticky back when I'm floating anything.
Oops.
How about you, Chris? Do you like the sticky back?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we've got that ironed on there.
I just dropped it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do my little tip here for doing sticky back, and that is I'm going to actually pull this back, revealing the sticker, and then placing this on top. Then I don't have to mess with it. And you know what? I'm going to actually trim this up a little bit more so that the camera can see it okay. Okay. So there we go. Now, if you want to do it the other way, that's perfectly fine too. But this is just one of those opportunities, right, that I like to do. All right.
Good morning,
There we
Tara. My daughter's on here this morning.
Tara.
So, hey, Tara, thanks for joining us. She's like, I'm going to watch my mom.
Nice. I love it.
So
All right.
So the first thing it's going to do here, Chris, is going to give us a placement line.
Yes.
So that we can line this bag up.
And we're stitching directly onto the stabilizer.
Right on the stabilizer. Now, because it is sticky back, there's some times where your needle might get a little gummed up. So if that does happen, an anti-glue needle or some sewer's aid works really
you can
great.
put a little bit of sewer's aid on the needle. Works great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what it did for us.
So it's given us a little placement line.
Yeah, a line across the top and a line across the bottom, or the side, I should say.
Just the side and one bottom.
All right,
And
so
then,
tell us how we're going to
So the next thing you're going to do is to make sure, see how they tell you to take your bag and then you're going to fold it in half. Is that correct? Your instructions are over there. I'm going to grab mine here really quick. Yeah.
Okay.
So you
place the zipper pouch blank right side up.
And so that your zipper pull is to the left.
Okay.
And then you're going to fold that right sides together. Nope, the other direction.
Okay.
Lengthwise. Nope,
Oh, this
way.
Okay,
Yes.
with the fold. Just look at the directions, Chris.
Okay. And so this is what they call fold A. All right?
I'm going to push all this aside.
Okay. Then you're going to align that fold A with the vertical placement line and align it with the horizontal placement line on the hoop right there. So next page, right there,
Okay.
at the top of page 6.
So again, if you're following along, top of page 6. There we go.
So this is fold A right here, and you're going to align that with a horizontal placement line on the hoop.
Okay, and how far up am I going, Sandra?
You're going to take it so that this right here is right to that, just like that.
So the bottom edge of this?
Correct.
Is right up against there. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And then, so it says here, be sure that the lining is out of your way, which it is up there. Then you unfold that, and the project will be to the right side, which it is, and your zipper pull is on the left.
Yep.
And the excess fabric.
This is your double check, right? The zipper pull to the left, right side up, excess fabric to the right.
Correct.
Okay.
And then your excess fabric is at the top and to the right of the hoop. So that looks like it's exactly the way it should be.
Perfect.
Okay?
Okay. So now we're going to take it back to the machine, and it's going to do the tack down stitch, and this is going to be removed later.
Correct.
Okay. So it doesn't matter what color thread we're using here. All right.
So we're going to put this in our hoop and in our machine, and we're going to just, now it will get really close to your zipper. Don't worry about that, because as Chris said earlier, that is all going to be removed.
Yep.
And it's just right along the edge. So that is actually where it wants to be, because you are actually going to embroider on every, from edge to edge of this whole thing.
Wow. Okay.
And then the next thing it's going to do is just start in with the quilting. So I'm just going to push the button and go, and it's going to do our little Paisley design first.
I love it.
And it's only going to be on half of this part.
Now, this is because we're using a 5x7
Correct.
hoop, right?
You know, and that's really nice that Kimberbell gives you that option.
Absolutely, yes.
You know, there are a lot of embroiderers out there that don't have the capacity to have a larger hoop.
Yeah.
And so it's nice that Kimberbell gives you the designs in all sizes.
Definitely.
Or you could do the 8x12, which is even...
So if you're doing the 8x12, you're only having to hoop it
twice. Once for the front and once for the back.
And if you're doing the 5x7, for those of you with 5x7 hoops, you're actually going to do it 4 times, 2 times on the front, 2 times on the back. So that's important to note. So again, depending on your hoop size, just remember the one that we are doing right now is the 5x7. Okay? So, and that's going to have you do it twice on both sides. So 4 times total. All right. Looks like we have just a little bit of shredding on our
threads. So I am actually...
Let's grab some sewer's aid.
Yes, I'm actually going to grab this. Again, a lot of it is because of the sticky back. I'm just going to take a little drop of that right there.
Okay. And a little bit on top.
A little bit on my thread.
Okay.
Okay. And see if that works for me.
Okay.
I'm going to back that up a few stitches. Yes, that will be better. I just tied that in a knot.
So there's a question on YouTube about what exactly is sewer's aid. So while you do that, I'll go ahead and explain it.
Okay.
And we'll come right up here to the camera. The sewer's aid is this little item right here, and it's for smooth hand and machine sewing. So if you're noticing any shredding of thread and you've already changed the needle, that would be important. You know, that's one of the first things I go to when I'm having thread shredding is, do I need to change the needle? But we often anticipate that as a possibility of happening when we use that particular stabilizer, the sticky back, right? And so sewer's aid, it will just put a little bit of a few drops on our fingertips and just run it up and down the needles, okay? Or you could put a few drops along the top of your thread spool and just massage it in, just a line, okay? And it will do that, which is really nice. Yeah, and Doris likes her nonstick needles, which also work great as well.
Yeah, your anti-glue needles are really good to use also.
And we have both of those on our website.
Yeah. And Chris, it's Embroidery Club Day.
That's right.
So guess what they get
15% off.
15% off of
Yes.
anything embroidery. So
Yeah.
I would bet you that needles would be one of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, in fact, we have the coupon code, which is Embroidery Club 15 for those of you who would like to use that today. It's on pretty much anything machine embroidery wise.
Yes.
There's a few exceptions, but
Yeah. Which there's a
Not
lot
many.
of stuff out there.
Yes,
I know.
there
I was gonna
is.
say, you know,
So
if you're going to use it
stabilizers and
for
so forth.
embroidery or quilting,
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of stuff out there. So just, you know, take it out there and use that coupon code. So that was great. And Heather, at this point, I did not worry about a bobbin thread matching because it is the canvas is heavy enough and everything. I didn't have a problem. Now, if
And
your
you have
machine,
the lining.
yeah, and then you have the fusible backing on there. If your machine creates an issue, then that's definitely where I would go.
Yeah.
But we're doing good.
So far, so good. Okay, these are great questions, and that's why we're
Yeah.
here this morning.
Yeah.
So if you have any other questions, just please,
Now,
please
Janet,
let us know.
she's asking where I put that on the needle. I just took it at the very top of my needle and just barely gave it just a little tiny drop, and then I just kind of let it drip down the needle, and then sometimes I'll just, if I have too much on there, I'll just
Yeah.
take my fingers and just kind of rub it down the needle. It does not harm your machine. It does not make spots on your project.
Right.
I've never had an issue.
Yeah, Silver Zade is really, really great product.
Sherry, at this point right now, I'm using black thread,
Yeah.
and I'm going to put the little flowers in red.
Pops of red.
Yes.
I love it. How fun. All right. So, again, if you're following along, we are on page 6, and we're stitching the quilting design, which is step number 14, instruction number 14, I should say. And then after this has been stitched out, this is really cute, by the way.
It is.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Paisley design. Now, I
Then it's gonna
noticed that
do
there
the flower
was
fill.
a question that somebody asked about this design, Chris.
Yes.
I do not
Folklore.
know.
Well, I believe that's in the, I do know this one. That is from,
Oh, Enchanted.
Enchanted,
That's
yeah.
exactly right. It is
Yeah.
from Enchanted.
let's take a look right up here, Hunter. By the way, Hunter is on the back end today, so thank you, Hunter, for all your great camera work this morning. Right here you can see someone was asking about where is this folklore design, and that does come from the CD and the USB. They had this one on a USB.
I think that one was a
which
USB.
is Enchanted, and that's really, really pretty.
And that's an older design, but you know what? It's perfect for this. I
It
think that
is.
would be a gorgeous.
Can you
that,
see, like, even putting a monogram on there would
Oh.
be really cute.
Yes, I
I
agree.
mean, once you get the idea of how this all comes together, really so many possibilities.
Yes.
Really fun, right? Okay, so, and I really do love the belt bag kit.
Oh.
Sometimes that's a difficult item to find,
It is.
you know. So it's big and chunky and beautiful and on trend with the gold. So pretty.
It's awesome.
So.
I was, like I said, I was very impressed with the belt
Oh,
bag.
Christina's so excited because she has that USB.
Oh, there you go. Christina, I
There
want
you
to
go.
see you stitch it out on one of these bags and
Absolutely.
then take some pictures of it. And Peggy says she's never used Sewer's Aid, but I'm really surprised that she's not.
I'm surprised too,
Peggy.
Peggy.
Peggy, where have you been?
I know Laurel is loving the quilt behind us, and I wish I could tell you the name of it, and I don't remember.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw it up there the other day, and I thought,
I'll see if I can find that out for you, though. All right, how are we doing on
we're
this?
doing good, just plugging right along here with this.
Let me text the powers that be behind me and see if I can figure out what's the name of that quilt.
Yep, this little Paisley design's about done, and then we're gonna. the reason we wanted to do this, just to basically show you, she says she's an idiot, not even Peggy, is that we wanted to show you how to line this up, okay? And like I said, it goes from the top of the zipper pouch to the bottom of the zipper pouch and from side to side. And so it's very easily done to line this up. Now, I'll tell you one other thing that I did, Chris.
What's that?
I watched how it was stitching out these flowers.
Okay.
Because I thought, you know what would be really fun is if you could take this and make each flower a different color.
Yes, you could do that.
So,
couldn't you? Because are they done each one by one?
No, they're not.
Oh,
they're not.
They're not.
It's done,
okay.
You do one and then it goes to the next. I mean, it's just all one step, obviously.
Okay.
And so I thought, okay, if I watch this, which flower does it stitch out next? And so I took on my paper and I marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway,
of course you did.
Of course. Anyway, because I thought, wouldn't it be so fun if you did pink and purple flowers or different color flowers?
You could have a lot of fun with that. Absolutely.
Just there you go. Oh, I know what I was
Great
going to
idea.
do is I am going to check the speed on this machine.
Does it seem to be going a little slower than you want it to?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to speed it up.
I do. We don't have all day.
No.
No, not that that's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I thought it would be so cute to have all different colors of flowers on there. Anyway, just a thought there for you guys.
Yeah.
Take a look at how they are stitched out.
And JC said it would be cute in a variegated thread.
Now, the next one that I'm pulling up here in our 8x12 size was done with a variegated thread, but it's not very variegated.
Really?
It's this one. Okay.
Oh, so yeah, you don't see the contrast.
You don't see the contrast in this one. So I was a little disappointed in that. So I thought, yes, I wanted to use a variegated thread also. So I thought, you got to find one that's got a lot more contrast than the one I picked.
I love it. Okay.
But yes.
Variegated thread on the colors.
Yes, that was my thought too. Pat, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Oh, these little red flowers are going to be awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that pop.
This is going to take,
sure.
It says just a couple minutes here, Chris. So
okay. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 5 flowers to stitch out. That is a beautiful stitch out. If you take an up close look at that, I wonder if we could get any closer on this one, Hunter. I don't know how far we can zoom in, but that is really, really pretty.
I think this black is going to be great. It's probably going to be a favorite.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I love that. We could do all kinds of colors to match all the outfits.
Exactly.
This would be a really fun gift to give to someone too.
Tracy wants to know if you could do a hooping with her 7x12 hoop.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure that would work. You could downsize the design a little bit on your machine that could possibly make it work, Tracy. It's something you're going to have to play with, but you might not get the coverage on the edges of the zipper bag.
Okay.
That would be the only thing that I would think about, because even though you think, well, that 1 inch is not going to be a big deal, but it depends on when you resize it, how you bring it in, then just around the edges might be a little bit different.
Did you see what Lainey said? She put a crystal in the middle of her flowers.
Oh, what a great idea. Let's bling it up.
Yes, why not, right?
Yes.
Great idea, Lainey.
Great idea.
Now, Doris has a question while we continue to watch this stitch out. If you belong to the club, whoops, Hunter, could you bring that down real quick? There we go. If you belong to the club, do you need the discount code, and how does the voucher work to get your rewards? Doris, it depends on what club you're referring to. So if you're talking about Premier Embroidery Club, then you should have a coupon code that works anytime. And yes, it's still, you can still get your points. Yes, on the kit as well as I mean, any of those, and then today,
And
obviously.
then today, yeah.
If you're talking about the MGQS club, that's not part of this. So not sure which club you're referring to. So let us know if that helped answer your question. But yeah, and as far as points go, you can use them anytime. So on the website. All right.
That's lattice quilt.
Lattice quilt, Riley Blake. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Dorothy.
And so when you check out, you just your vouchers will automatically come up, correct?
Uh-huh.
And
yes.
then you can use your vouchers
when
for
you
that.
check into your when you
But can you use
go into your account, you'll see the vouchers right there.
the vouchers and the discount code at the same time?
Ooh, that's a good question. Bren might have to answer that one. I kind of don't think you
I
can
don't
because
think
it
you can.
only takes one code at a time.
Correct.
That's my guess, yeah. So, Judy, yes, the replay is always available. Yep. Okay, that's looking
Okay,
really
we're
pretty.
on number 4. We got one more, and then we get to hoop this.
Okay.
We need some tacks, Chris. I believe
Okay.
there should be some in there in the drawer. If not, I might have some in my little bag of tricks.
I've got some.
You got some? Mm-hmm. Okay. We just need a couple tacks.
Yes, Nancy, if you use the 8x12 hoop, do you need to rehoop twice? Yes, but it's only once for the front and once for the back.
Yeah, it's
So,
just a hooping. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do the 5x7, then you have to do this way because it you have to use the tacks because it's all on the same side, and you have to line it up.
Yeah.
On the other one, it's a lot simpler, really quick.
We wanted to definitely show the 5x7 rehooping, just because we know many of you would really like to see that for sure. So, again, if you have the larger hoop, you just do once for the front, once for the back. If you have the 5x7, it's 2 hoopings for the front, 2 hoopings for the back. So, great questions.
Yeah, you guys, this is awesome. A couple of things. It is using a sticky back wash away. You could use a light mesh cutaway, but you're going to have to use some kind of an adhesive, like a spray adhesive, onto your stabilizer to make it work. I did not wash my stabilizer away. I figure, you know what, I'm just going to leave it in there, and if the day comes where I have to throw this in the washer, it'll disappear.
There you go. Yeah, right.
I'm not going to make that special effort to wash it away before I use it.
No, really not necessary. You don't see it, so
No.
yeah. All right.
Okay, our flower's there, and now it's just going to do some registration marks.
Okay, registration marks, very, very important. And it does say in the instructions to stitch them out in a different color. Okay, so a visible color, we'll keep it with red. That'll make it really easy to be able to see.
Yep.
And then all we have to do is we're going to remove those tack down stitches, which should be fairly easy to remove. Let me go ahead and grab a seam ripper while we're doing this. And we'll go from there.
Okay.
Music to our ears.
Step 1 is done here, Chris.
Okay. All righty. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. Okay.
Okay, now you can just take this, and as Chris is doing, just take out the, and you know what? If it were me, Chris, I wouldn't do it until
you're done.
I'm totally done.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? Because that goes along the edge, I bet that's going to be
a lot of it's
enclosed in the seam.
The only one that you're even going to need to worry about is the one across the zipper.
Yep.
So basically, all you need to do is just to take the stabilizer off the back.
Okay.
So
we can do that.
take your scissors. Seam ripper works really great. Now, if you were not going to rehoop this or whatever, I would even take my fabric folding pin with water in it.
Yeah.
And it would just melt that away.
It's a great idea.
So it's just depending on how you want to do it. There's several different options.
Just make sure you don't cut your fabric here.
Yeah, I think the only basting stitch, tack down stitch that you need to worry about is the one across the zipper. And again, I would do that at the very end when I take all the rest of it out.
Okay.
Okay, so now you need to hoop up another stabilizer.
All right. Let's do that. And on this one, once we get it started, we'll then move on to the different step, right?
Yeah,
we won't stitch
will.
out that whole thing again.
Because of time constraints here. We just wanted to show you how to hoop it on the 5x7 on the second time.
Okay. I'm just going to peel this back. And lay this on top. Here we go.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is it's going to give us some registration marks that we're going to put right on the stabilizer.
Okay.
And I've got my red thread in right now, so I'm going to leave that in for the time being. Okay. Now, there are two different designs for, well, actually there's 4 different designs for the 5x7. On the front one, you can't automatically load in the other design and start all over again, because this one has the registration marks that you're going to need to line this up.
So you need the specific
So you need those
file.
specific files.
Good point.
So when I brought mine in, it was like they came in order. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. So it's going to give you 3 registration marks here, Chris.
Okay.
That you can use to line this up. So you're going to take this and you're going to turn it over and put your thumbtacks in the corners. So those 2 top, the ones with the L shapes.
Okay.
Right in the corner, those L shapes.
All right, let's get up close on this one, Hunter. There we go. So just right where those 2 lines meet, right at the corner there, I'm just taking a flat thumbtack and just pushing it right through there. And then I'm going to use a little bit of paper tape to go over top of that, just to hold it in place. And I'll do the same thing right here. You can see right there that there's the corner. Place the thumbtack in. And again, a little bit of paper tape to hold into place. Okay, Sandra, that's all done.
Okay, then you're going to take, Nancy will answer your question here in just a minute. You're going to take that and you're going to, those marks on your pouch that you have, you're going to line them up with the tacks. So now all of your project is going to be on the left side of your hoop.
The right side.
Yeah, but this is going to be...
Oh, the project that we just did.
That we just stitched out. Sorry. I guess I should have clarified that.
Okay. You can kind of just feel it right there. Poked through. Let's go up a little closer on this one. You can see right here. And again, I'm just looking for where that registration mark is. I have the thumbtack sticking up, and it's just going to go right through there.
it's going to be tight. It's very
There we
snug.
go. It is.
Now, the
But it
purpose
works.
of that other registration mark,
So it's
Chris,
right there.
underneath on this part,
Yeah.
is to show you where the top stitching on your zipper lines up with that other line there.
Okay, so here's the registration line here. I'm looking for the top stitching of my zipper
Yep.
and just placing it right there.
And that way you make sure that it's straight.
Oh, I love that. That's great
it's perfect,
placement.
isn't it?
It really is.
And so easy.
It really is.
So see how easy that was. So it's just really, just line up those registration marks there with
Boom.
your thumbtacks.
Okay, right there and right there.
And then the other one is with the top stitching on your...
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, before we take this back to the machine, we now need to take these out.
Correct.
All right.
I've never not taken them out, but I'll tell you what, I don't ever want to have that happen either.
That's right. All righty. So
that's one of the errors that I have not on rehooping is doing it like that.
Somehow there's a little pokey thing that kind of reminds you, right?
I think so.
There we go. And look, because we use the sticky back stabilizer, it just stays really nice and taut there. So beautiful. Okay, so now that that has been lined up, we're ready to put it back into the machine and finish the stitching. And you won't notice where the beginning and where the ending was.
You will not even
right?
see how it is. And we're just going to start this. Now, the thing is you got to make sure that your lining and, sorry, Hunter, he chases me around all day long. Where the lining and the other part, the back side of your zipper pouch is, make sure it's definitely out of the way. And now it's going to do, again, a tack down line. And if you've got it lined up, those tack down lines will just be absolutely perfect.
I love that. So Judy says she's always hooped the stabilizer and then took the insides out. She loved how I just stuck it in. That is Chris's no fuss hooping technique.
Yeah.
When it comes to sticky back. Sometimes when you put it, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it the other way.
No.
But sometimes when you do it the other way, it's heavy and it's squirrely and it's all over the place. And so I just go, and just smack it in.
Yep. And then we're just going to go straight to the quilting. And at this point, Chris, it's exactly the same as what we just did on the other side of the hoop. So I think we're at the point to where we would not need to necessarily...
Do you all feel good about this leading up to this point? So let us know in the comments if you have any other questions.
If you're using the 8x12 hoop, which step should be eliminated or which step
That's a great question.
Awesome question. Because you're going to use a totally different file on that, Nancy, you're going to use the 8x12 size. You just hoop up the front and it stitches it, all the whole front of the bag and the flowers, and then you're done. And then you take it out and then you rehoop it for the other side with the other file. So
it's the file that's going to tell you what to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
And on the, oh gosh, it's page, let me look here. On page 21 of your instructions is where you start with the embroidery for the 8x12 size.
Okay. All right.
So
again, it's the file size that tells us what to do.
Correct.
If you had the 5x7, that's where you're going to get the registration marks.
Correct.
If you have the 8x12, there's no registration marks, so you don't have to worry about.
You don't have to worry about all of that stuff.
the tacks or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. It's just going to give you your placement lines from square one. So it is definitely simplified and it is definitely quicker. But
okay, well let's go ahead and end that. We'll have to keep that one in the hoop so we can finish it later.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah, because that's really cute. How are you all feeling about this? How are you feeling?
Yeah, if you have the 5x7 hoop, that is basically what you're going to do, and you're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side when you hoop it up for both sides on the back also.
That's awesome.
So
I love that.
the red color that I used is called pomegranate.
It's really, really pretty.
I am really partial to that red.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris, that's going to be so pretty.
Oh, it is.
Look at how pretty.
Look at that. So again, I have just stitched this halfway for this morning, but again, if you were doing 5x7, 2 hoopings, 2 hoopings, 8x12, 1 hooping, 1 hooping. All right, so through the magic of television, right, we're going to take the cake out of the oven, and here we go.
So our front is all done. It's right here.
And now we've moved to the 8x12 size.
So this is our front here, and then this is our back.
Okay.
It does all of that stitching done down first.
So pretty.
And now we're going to do the where you put the belt in.
All right, let's talk about the belt. Let's see, what page are we on for this?
So we're going to go to page 21 because that's the one that gives us our 8x12 size, which is pretty much the same, but we're going to follow that one. And we are going to go to the back side, and we're going to be on step number 5. Does that make sense?
Okay, so if you take a closer look, again, if you're doing the 5x7, you're just going to continue with the same steps that you saw, that we were just at. If we're moving on to the 8x12, and again, it's the same steps, but just found in a different part of the directions. So right here, we've already stitched on page 21. We've stitched the quilting design. We've stitched the flowers fills. The flowers fill. Now we're going to stitch the strap hole 1 lining placement line, and then we're going to place 1 strap hole lining fabric right side down, covering the placement line. So let's go to that step, and then we'll go from there.
Yep. So if you just kind of follow along for a few minutes, I think it will all come together for you.
Okay.
I think that you'll think, oh, okay, now I know what they're doing.
This is the belt bag kit, and this is what you definitely want to have to do this bag. And we have these on our website.
And you are going to need 4 pieces of fabric, and I've got them laying, here they are. Okay. You're going to need 4 pieces of fabric, Chris, that are 2 by 3.5.
Okay.
Okay. This is what you're going to use for, it's almost like when you were, Chris, not you.
Oh, not me. Oh boy. Was I a twinkling in my mama's eye? Is that what you're saying?
In a tailoring class, and you did buttonholes.
Oh yeah, well, of course.
Okay.
Right.
All
right.
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 So it's basically similar to this.
Tailoring class.
Yes.
Sounds so sophisticated.
I know. I remember taking tailoring class in high school, and
boy,
it's like you did these fancy buttonholes, and I'm just they were the death of me.
Now this would also be similar to, for those of you who did the April mini quilt. Am I right?
Yes.
Where you are putting it and you pull it through.
Okay, I'm going to put these clips back on there.
If you didn't do a tailoring class.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically right. Okay, so the first thing it's going to do here is going to give you a placement line for, and Dorothy, yes, you can purchase just the hardware. You can purchase just the bag, or you can purchase just the belt also.
I'm just making sure we have that on there.
Barbara, I would believe that this would be fine with the velvet pouches. You just, I don't see any reason. I think it would be beautiful,
it would
actually.
be beautiful.
I think it would be
I'd
really
love
pretty.
to see that. Yeah. And then you could just purchase the belt kit by itself. I just texted Todd to make sure that we were good there. So,
Okay.
okay.
You can see this little square right here, ever so slightly, but you still can see it. Now you're going to take one
I'm
piece.
going to just point this out.
Okay.
It's right here.
It kind of mixes in with the quilting design. I probably should have used a different color.
Can we get up close on that, Hunter, please?
I'm going to
Go.
use, just because, a pink.
Okay, there is a square right here. All right. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so what are we going to do with this,
Okay, you're
Sandra?
going to take that piece of fabric and you're going to put it right side down so that it covers.
Just right over top.
Yep, so that it just covers
Oh,
that.
okay. Easy enough. So again, remember, it is right side down.
Yep,
Yeah, the rectangle. Yep.
just so that it covers that up right there.
Ruth, you could use topping on the velvet pouch. Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
to
for
keep
sure.
it from sinking in. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would definitely want to do that. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, now what this is going to do is it's just going to give us another square here. And then you're going to cut it so that you can flip that to the inside.
Okay.
So if you look at your little picture right there, Chris.
Oh boy, this is reminding me of buttonholes.
Yeah, it is. It reminds you of the buttonholes, right?
Would you do it with a seam ripper or would you do it with tiny scissors?
Well,
What
I
would be your
started
preference?
it with the seam ripper.
Okay.
And then when I got to the edges,
corners, you had
I
to do that.
used my
Okay,
little
let me
embroidery
grab
scissors.
some little scissors here. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's come down here. Oh, thank you, Bryn. The belt kit alone without the pouch. She put a link for all of us. So thank you, Bryn. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to just come right down here, down the center. Mm-hmm. And you're only going through that top layer.
Nope, you want all layers.
Oh, I'm going through. Oh, yeah, that would make sense, right?
Yep. You're gonna
Because
go through
we need to pull it through.
all your layers.
Oh, yes.
And
Now, here's a tip for you. If you're worried that you might go too far, place a straight pin at the top.
that's a great idea.
Yeah. Ask
That is
me,
just-
ask me how I know.
And you also want to do a little bit so you have a little bit of a seam, so you don't want to go all the way to your stitching anyway on
Okay.
that. Just maybe on the corners.
I just
a
know
little bit.
sometimes we can get going
Yes.
and go a little too fast.
That is a perfect idea, Chris. I
So-
like that. I'm going to use it.
There we go.
And you're going to want to cut through all the stabilizer, through the zipper bag, and through your, and it's tough.
Okay,
You gotta
I
make
need
sure-
some better scissors.
Yes. You're going to have to try different scissors.
I need some scissors with a
Kimber
micro
bell?
tip. Yes, let me
Okay.
grab the Kimberbell ones. Do you have that
I
over
do
there?
have one over
Okay.
here.
Because they do have a micro tip.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
I'm assuming those are the ones you wanted, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Now, Laurel, the belt bag hardware kit, I believe you could use it for the Embroidery Club discount. If you buy the kit itself, only if you are a Premier member club member, a Premier Embroidery Club member. Boy, that was a mouthful.
Yeah.
That is when you will not get the discount, only if you are a member of Embroidery Club.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. Is it
Now
time to pull it
it's-
through?
Now you push that right through.
Okay. Do you think I need to do any small cuts or will this work?
That works really great.
Okay.
The only the one thing that did help me is as you flip that over and work from the other side, Chris, I did trim the canvas a little bit because it's heavy.
It is a little heavier.
It is a little
isn't it?
heavy, so I did trim that canvas a little
Okay.
bit.
Do you think that's okay? I'll give that a try. From the back.
Yeah.
Good tip.
Now,
right
you're
there.
working on the back side of your hoop, Chris, and I'm really afraid that you're going to trust you.
I don't trust myself.
But I don't even trust myself.
I don't either.
So I like to put something underneath my
Definitely.
hoop to help, okay?
Definitely. Okay.
We have this little wool mat right here that we're going to set down there and just kind of maneuver that around a little bit. Make sure that this is pulled up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So that you can get to that. Because we're also going to press it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want something underneath my hoop. So I'm gonna give you guys a little trick of what I did. If you received the Bella box, the recent Bella box, they included in there a small wool mat that fits in your 5x7 hoop. Okay, now, not all of us got the embroidery club. Got the Bella box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
If you did,
if you
you
did,
got that.
you got a mat. But
Yeah.
if you did not, I'm going to give you a little tip. What do you need?
well, I was going to, well, I'll leave for just a minute and take care of something outside.
Okay.
Okay, but here we go.
All right.
This is-
Go ahead, and
you can see that, and then you'll press that.
I am.
Okay,
I'm going to.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So what I did is we have these wool felt pressing mats that is an 8.5-inch square. Okay. So I knew what size that my 5x7 hoop is, and so I purchased one of these felted wool pressing mats, just the small 8.5-inch square, and I cut it so that it fit in my 5x7 hoop. So I took, okay, here we go. I took my 5x7 hoop here and I measured it and I went, okay, it's about that wide. Actually, I cut about 3 inches off. So I took my rotary cutter and I measured over, because I only needed to cut one side off, and I just took it and I cut it. And it ended up to be this size right here, okay? So I just took about 3 inches off of it and cut it. And now this fits perfectly in my 5x7 hoop, which is really awesome to use it for these little buttonhole. I'm going to call it a buttonhole because that's what it reminds me of, okay? Because this will fit in my 8x12 hoop, but this one fits perfectly in my 5x7 hoop. So just something that you might want to look at. Something that you could use to put underneath your hoop, so when you're working from the back side, you don't have that tendency to push it through the hoop, because it happens.
It does happen.
It does happen. So again, I'm going to put that back up underneath there. I'm going to pull this out like this. And Kimberbell has you just tape it, and that works really great. But I'm going to take, I got this already over here, my little iron here, and I'm just going to press that really good. I found this worked really nice. There we go. Just kind of maneuver that around. And press that down. Pull it and press it. I got something on my iron here. It's a good thing this isn't going to show. And I'm just going to hold that down there for a second. Give it a good press. I don't want that on my mat. Kimberbell tape here. And then we're just going to do that right there. Pull this back. And tape that down right there.
Yes, and definitely the wool mat helps with the pressing as well.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that just works
really
so
good.
nice. And then I'm going to pull this over, and there we go.
Hey, we got a belt loop.
We got a hole, don't we?
We got a hole. Exactly.
Okay. And now what you're going to do is you're going to put that back in your machine, and it's going to do a tack down line. Yeah. This is going to do just half of it.
Okay.
Okay. The first step is just half of it.
All right.
Oh, but we need to take this piece of fabric.
Oh, we need to add that on before.
And put that right there.
Okay, let's show them what we're doing here. Okay, so on the back, then we take this right side down and tape it.
Yep.
Oops, there we go. I always press a little lightly from the back, and then when I bring it over to the top, that's when I, there we go, push it into place.
Let's
okay,
see, now,
so you can see that that's there. Okay, perfect.
Okay, now it's going to do part of the stitch. It's going to go from this corner around, then it's going to stop it on that side. Excuse me. Okay, then it's going to stop. And now we're going to take our strap, okay?
You could definitely use a cream color fabric, Sherry. Yeah.
Oh, you could use
Absolutely.
any color. It's not, it totally is not going to even show. That is for sure. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the strap.
Okay.
So that strap package there that we took out, and I want the long. It says the long. I don't know that it really matters.
Okay.
You know, and I normally would just take. You could take this out of your machine and do this, but this strap is pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna just take it, Hunter. If you'll just show the camera right here really quick, and I'm just gonna slide that underneath there. Doesn't matter which side. I'm going to slide that underneath there.
So that's why that was left open.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to just
goodness, that's brilliant.
Center that. Can you, is it possible to kind of zoom in on that just a little bit? Anyway, you just center that in there.
Go ahead and pull that out again, Sandra.
Pull the hoop out or the whole thing?
No,
okay.
No. Oh, right there. There we go. That's
there we go.
Shot. Yeah.
And then we're going to push that in there just like that.
Wow.
About 1/2 inch.
Okay.
It's not going to matter.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then center that in there as best you can. Then I'm just going to kind of guide it right there, but I'm just going to hold it right there.
What do you all think about this?
And then it's going
Isn't that
to
something?
Tack this down.
I love
on the other side. And that's genius.
Oh my goodness, I'm kind of giddy right now.
I know.
Because I have not made this yet, and I can't wait to make it.
Yeah,
that is
genius,
so cool,
isn't it?
how that goes together.
That's it.
Wow.
That is it.
Wow.
And now it's going to go over and do the one on the other side. Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. Isn't
how
that
fun?
Yeah. Very awesome. So cool. And you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side and use the small strap. Okay. And again.
So let's take a look right here, Hunter. Right down here. Because you can see what she did here. Was she put it on this side. And then all you have to do is repeat that same step for this side. So simple. I love how that comes together.
That is it.
Oh my goodness. I'm the bearer of really good news right now. That's why I had to step outside for a minute to talk to Todd. But we have just put the hardware kits, just the plain hardware. So if you are using your own zipper pouches or whatever, 15% off today only. Okay?
Awesome.
So that coupon code is going to still work for the hardware kits, as well as if you want, and I took it out there to give to our website gal, but the little 8.5 by 8.5 square wool mats, we're also putting 15% off today. So they have added both of those right now to your coupon code. So if you're wanting lots more of these or these, 15% off.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Chris. That's awesome.
You bet.
Yeah, so get yourself one of those mats and cut
goodness.
it so it fits in your 5x7 hoop.
There you go.
Because I'll tell you what, you will not be sorry. I promise you.
Yeah.
Okay, and so once you get that other side done, Chris.
Oh my goodness. Now it's time to do what? Box the corners.
We get to.
Oh boy.
So
okay, let's talk about
the magic of camera one more time. There we go. You might want to, let's take those off.
The canvas bag is, those are available in kits for Premier Club members at 15% off.
Correct. They already get that off.
That they get the canvas bag and the hardware kit together.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got to now put this all together. So you can see here that the straps have been inserted right there. That's really pretty, Sandra. I love the purple.
I just had to do the purple from Day at the Spa. Those colors are
Why
the same
not?
ones, and it's like, you know what? Again, I have to match it all. So,
I love it.
Yes.
Okay, what do we do next?
Okay, so now you're at this point to where it's like, okay, I need to put this bag together. Okay. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way so we won't lose it. All right. So so basically your instructions are going to tell you to finish the bag, you got to go back and refer to part 5, which is not hard to do. And so that is on page, let's go back right there. 14. Yeah, page 14.
Okay.
All right. So it says part 5 on page 14. So basically what it tells you to do is you need to measure down. So flip that to the inside. Just exactly. No, the other way. Sorry, my bad. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure down 1 1/4 inch from the edge here.
Okay.
Okay. And you're going to make a mark. Okay. And you can see that I've already...
Oh, you already did this
I've
stuff.
already done this part.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to measure down 1 inch
Can
and
we
a
come closer
quarter.
on that one, please?
1 inch and a quarter down on the zipper from the edge of the zipper pouch. And you're going to make a mark right on the center of your zipper.
Okay. And tell us why we're doing this.
What you're doing is you're going to put a little stop on your zipper because you're going to be cutting that off.
Yes.
So basically you're putting stops there.
You have a stop here, but this is going to be cut off.
Yes.
So that's why we have to create another one.
We have to create a couple of zipper stops basically. Yeah. So you're going to do it on this end, and you're also going to do it on this end.
1 1/4 inch on both sides. Sandra?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. 1 1/4 inch from the edge of the zipper pouch. Okay, and you're making a mark
right there.
Then you're going to take a needle and thread, and you're just going to make some little
say it ain't
stops.
So.
Yeah. Needle and thread.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we can do that.
So I've just done that and just made a couple of little...
like some little whip stitches.
Yeah, so just a little whip stitch just to make yourself so I've left the marks on there so you can see those marks, and I've just done some little stops there.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Because all of that part is going to be cut off, and if by some chance you open your zipper, it's going to just come apart.
It'll be a very sad day.
And they do go back together.
Yeah, they do.
But it's best if
Easier
you don't
if
have
you don't
to.
have to.
Exactly. It's best if you don't have to. Okay, now flip that back over to the front side.
Okay.
And we're going to take our straps here. We're going to kind of wind them up and put these little clips on them.
Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, we're going to get them out of the way.
We don't want to have these in the way.
Okay, put these back on there. They're bigger. They work nicer.
Do you always match your clips with your thread?
I
Sandra?
don't.
I'm just teasing.
Nope, I don't.
Look at these big old purple clips.
I only have a couple
It's okay to put
colors.
here?
Yeah, for right now, that'll
Okay.
work.
All right.
Actually, no, because we're going to be messing with that part.
Okay.
We're going to...
And I've got it all twisted.
you do.
Look at me. What a mess. Okay, there we go. A little bit better.
I love working with you, Chris. This is so fun. There we go. Let's do that.
So much better. So much better. Okay.
All right. So now we are going to find the right page. Go to page 15.
Okay.
All right. You're going to take your lining and your front and your back.
Should we roll this one up too?
Yeah, we probably ought to. Just because when I stitch
for
it,
safe measure.
we're going to... All right. You're going to take this. You're going to do this. And that. All right.
Okay.
There.
So lining together.
Your lining
outsides
together and your fronts together.
Okay.
All right. And you're going to take your zippers here and you're going to, I like to make sure that they face towards the front of the bag. So you're going to take this and you're going to line up your zipper like that. Okay?
What? Okay.
Like that.
All right. Does everyone see that? We've got to put like the wrong sides of the zipper together.
Correct.
Okay.
And put a pin in that.
Put a pin in it. No, you put a pin in it.
Okay. Because we're going to stitch
I'm
that.
so funny.
Put the heads back the other direction, though.
Oh, okay.
So perfect.
I'll tell you where to put a pin in it, Sandra. Perfect. Okay.
All right. Then you're do the same thing to the other side.
Okay. I think I got this. Let's see.
Okay. Now that one, because it doesn't come apart.
Uh-oh. What do I
You
do? I
just-
just fold it in half.
Yep. But do it the other direction.
That's right. Because wrong sides together.
Correct.
Everyone repeat after
And
me.
Push
Wrong
it so
sides
again.
together.
Push it so that the zipper teeth are towards the front of the bag.
Oh boy. Okay. So zipper teeth are facing this direction. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Woo.
Sherry asked a question. She said she missed about the whole. Yes. She says, was it before you added the strap? Yes.
Yeah.
You do the little part, then you cut it, you put it inside, and then you put that other piece of fabric over the top of that, and then you do the little half stitch down, stick your strap in, and do the other half that tacks down your strap. Okay, there.
And then the buttonhole stitch. You could definitely do that instead of hand
You
stitching.
bet. You definitely. I thought
You would just have to change your embroidery machine over to sewing.
sewing, and we're going to have to do that.
Which is fine.
We're going to have to do that anyway. So you're going to line that up really nice for me, Chris, so that I can stitch the bag together. Well, I take this foot off and change it into sewing. But the first thing I'm going to do is get my embroidery arm out of the way.
So, Sandra, I'm doing this with pins, correct?
That's fine.
Okay.
You bet.
I just do what Sandra tells me. I'm very obedient.
That's the one time I have any authority here.
That's right. Oh. You know, it's so fun stitching with friends, isn't it?
It is. It really is. That's why I said I love stitching with you, Chris.
Oh, let's see. There we go.
All right.
Ooh. Anyone want to change out pins with me? Look at that one. That one has had its day. Let's try a different one.
There we go.
There we go. Good morning, Mary. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yes. My friends from the club, I guess it was, wasn't it?
Oh, did she?
Yes, I went, congratulations, girl.
Let's see. There we go.
Spool thread
We've
right
been
there.
giving away lots of prizes lately.
Have. I'm like,
cannoli.
wow. Well, and we give lots of prizes away during events, too. So there's another
Yes,
benefit.
Another plug. June 28th is the next one.
Yes.
Day at the spa.
For Day at the Spa, we have another one for Garden Guild on the 17th. And then we have Spoonful of Sunshine in June also. And I'm thinking...
Okay, Sandra, my guess is this needs to go on the inside.
It does.
Okay. Just thought I'd double check.
That's probably a good guess, Chris. That's an excellent guess. Okay.
Okay. Since we're sewing that up. All right, Sherry, let's see. Cheryl. Am I correct on the zipper wrong side together and the teeth? Uh-oh, Hunter. Scroll down. Okay. And the teeth of the zipper face the main part and not the lining.
Correct.
That is correct.
That is correct. Yes. All right.
Good morning, Jamie.
And
is the zipper open?
It is. We've already got our zipper open, but yes, you need to make sure that your zipper's open so that you can definitely turn it.
Diana would like us to discuss the zipper fold again.
Okay.
Top side, wrong side together, bottom side, question mark, together.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we have on the zipper, let's see if we can get closer on this one. This is your zipper. Do you see how that's the front? Because we can see that little zipper metal pull. So we're putting wrong sides together and we fold it in half, place a pin in it, and the zipper teeth go towards the front of the zipper. Does that help, Diana? Let us know.
Now, I will say, okay, yeah.
And if someone in customer care is watching, if they wouldn't mind putting a link to the hardware. Joyce is not able to find it on the website.
Nancy, we are on page 15, and we are on step number 8, 9, 10, and 11 on the top of page 15. So basically what it's having you do is to line this up. Just double check, make sure I can at least reach part. You can feel that zipper is open.
Are you having doubts?
I'm just checking. You're the one that's going to have to open it.
Let me just double check. Just to make, yes, it is
okay,
open.
I was almost positive that we had it open. So.
It is. You never know. You always, if you have that little doubt, just check.
Exactly. Okay. Pull that other bag out there, Chris, and I'll show you why I do it this way.
One?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that when everything is said and done, your zipper is going to come looking this direction like this. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's going to face the inside of your bag. And yeah, you don't want it. You don't want that to do that. So I always make sure that when I sew my zippers like this on pouches, that it faces towards the main part of the bag, not the lining. Okay?
Good to remember.
So the teeth are facing towards the bag. The teeth are facing towards the bag itself. Okay? So does that help? What side is the bottom? They're talking the bottom of the zipper. So this is considered the bottom of the zipper, and this is considered the top of the zipper because that's where it opens.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Okay, so I think we've got everybody. All right, so now basically what we're going to do is I'm just going to stitch this all the way around, but leave an opening at the bottom of your lining.
Right there. Okay.
Correct.
So you're probably going to start about right here and then go around? Okay.
Yes.
Using a 1/4 inch seam allowance?
It says a 3/8 of an inch.
Oh, a 3/8. Okay.
Yeah.
I would imagine if we did a 1/4 that it would be okay.
It would be just fine. It would be just fine. Oh, I guess I have to have a zipper. I mean a foot for the machine.
You do have a foot.
I know. This foot.
Oh, the foot pedal.
The control. There.
You could use the start-stop button, but if you're like me, I don't like that.
Yeah. When I first started doing the events and that with Lisa, she would use the stop button, and I'm just like, I was amazed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she does that.
I don't feel like I have as much control.
I do not either. I totally agree. All right, so we're going to start right
Some
there.
people really like it that way.
I'm going to back up just a couple stitches there. And
This is really coming together nicely.
yeah, it's a fun bag. I'm just going to just double check, make sure I don't catch my handle in there. Now, at this point, we got some thicknesses, but you know what? We can do this. There we go.
Yay, Sarah said that her daughter-in-law did her first event with you on Friday. I think she is hooked.
Oh, yes.
Yay.
I'm so happy to hear.
Sarah, good job on getting her started with that.
Yeah.
And Sandra, good job for doing such a wonderful event.
I will have to say it was fun. And it's the other people that make it that way too.
Definitely.
We are so lucky to have such awesome girlfriends.
Yes.
You know, virtual is great, and we try to make it so that it feels like you are stitching with your girlfriends.
Yes. That is the goal.
Okay, make sure that zipper is tipped. There we go.
And just as a reminder, this is being recorded. So if you weren't able to make it for the entire time, you're more than welcome to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
As often as you'd like. And it'll be so fun to see your pictures. Make sure and tag us on social media.
I want to see your colors. I would love to see how your color schemes that you've decided
Definitely.
to do this in.
Okay, so we have gotten all the way around and we left that opening.
Okay, so now we're going to box our corners.
Okay, let's do it.
So, Kimberbell is having you do a 3/8 of or 3/4 of an inch. Cut out a little 3/4 of an inch of a square out of each corner.
Okay.
Okay. So what they also have you do is go in and reinforce those corners. You can. You don't have to. It's up to you.
Okay.
I don't
So
normally because
would you just do a marking here and here and then draw a box and cut it out?
I
How would you do
actually
it?
just take my little and go 3/4 of an inch there and 3/4 of an inch there, and it's along the seam.
And we're doing it along the seam. That's really, really important to note. And it's something that I talk about often when I talk about boxing out corners, is that you're not measuring from the edge of your fabric. You're measuring from the seam.
Okay.
Okay, so there we go.
Okay, now you're going to do it on all 4 of those.
Okay. See there and there. Any other questions while we're...
Yeah, I don't...
There we go.
It's actually, Doris, it's actually Embroidery Club 15. Perfect. Thanks, Hunter. You're on it. Thank you so much. So you just cut out... Now, I like to do this on any bag that I make. The zipper pouches that we made in the event, I also did it on those. I just like my bottom of my bags box like this. It just makes them so they can stand up nicer, and it just, this one you have to. Obviously, this one you really have to.
Do you want me to cut those out?
You sure can.
Okay.
And remember, whatever you do to the front, you have to do to the lining.
That's right.
Diana, thank you. Thank you very much for, like I said, for being an awesome girlfriend.
Yes.
I am so happy that we have such great people out there.
We really do. Now, Sandra, is there a need to like trim these up, would you say?
You could definitely. I would probably maybe trim up a little bit of the strap because it'll eliminate some bulk in there. So yeah, you definitely could trim them.
Not all the way to the stitch line.
No. Did you want to leave a little bit? But it's all going to be on the inside of the bag, so it's totally not going to show.
Yeah.
But you definitely would want to reduce some of the bulk. Okay. So now, the reason that they have you do the reinforcement is so that when you do this, you don't pull your stitches out. But if you're really careful, you'll be fine.
Okay.
I promise.
And then you're going to do that.
Okay. So let's show people this because sometimes people are a little confused on how this works.
Okay.
All right. So basically what you're doing is you're matching up your top and bottom seam like that.
And you're trying to get it straight across.
Yep.
So you do a straight seam all the way across.
And you're going to want to nest them. So you're going to want one of your seams to go one direction and one to go the other direction. So where's that little clip? So I'm going to just clip that one. And then let's just kind of show that on the lining. It might be a little bit easier. So you just pull that open like that. And you just match those up just like that.
Nice.
Okay. And on this part, I want to make sure that my bottom is going the same direction on both sides. Like that. And then I'm going to put a pin in that right there. So that's going one direction, that's going the other direction. Okay?
Okay.
And then you're just going to do about a 1/4 inch seam on each one of these.
And I would definitely do a back stitch back and forth.
Yes.
And if you wanted to, you could do it a couple times.
Yes. I totally agree on that. I think we think alike, Chris.
You could even do this on a serger too.
Oh, you bet. All right.
I still am amazed at how those belt loops went in, like a buttonhole. It's just so cool. I thought, oh, for sure you got to take it to a sewing machine. Nope, you don't. Not until the very end.
No.
We are almost finished. How exciting.
Okay. And then you get to box the top of the bag. I think this is the part that is the most confusing.
Okay, I'm glad we're going to go through it. For sure.
Let's see, that one goes that way. That one's going to go that direction.
So we actually are boxing 8 times, right?
6, 4, 5, 6.
We don't have to box the top.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, 5, 6.
Because you're going to do this all at once.
Yes.
That's the thing about that one. Is
Okay.
the top, you're going to do that all at once.
Right. Okay. Okay. One more?
2, one more.
For this round.
Correct.
Again, for those of you who may just be joining us today, you can use the coupon code Embroidery Club 15 for 15% off of your embroidery purchases. And if for those of you who are local, please join Lisa at the Logan shop today as she goes through this same project.
Yep, at 11 o'clock, so you better hurry. Just keep us on your phone as you're driving down the road.
That's right. Cindy says she's thinking about making one with a velveteen bag and possibly covering the belt with pretty fabric.
Oh, I think that'd be gorgeous.
Oh, Cindy, I want to see. If you do that, definitely share with us some pictures.
Oh, Cindy's got all these ideas.
I know she's always sewing and stitching and
yes, coming up with some great ideas.
She's an inspiration for sure.
Yeah. All right, so that's what your bag's going to look like now, Chris.
Okay,
Here
we
there's
go.
A pin in this one we can take.
Now we've
out.
got 2 more boxes to go, and that is at the very top.
Yep. This one is a little bit, a little more confusing. Okay.
Okay. So am I going to push the lining back down, or
you're going to leave it like this for right now?
Okay.
Don't want to turn it yet.
Okay.
But you will.
Okay. I'm getting antsy.
You are
right. I'm like I want to see it all done.
Yeah.
I was just opening up that zipper a little bit more. Okay. All right. So.
Okay. So now you're going to take your ruler here, Chris.
Okay.
You're going to need your marker. And you are going to measure from the center of your zipper. Okay. So it says you want a 1.5-inch square.
Okay.
Okay. And it's going to be
3/4
of an inch in. Okay. So 3/4 of an inch from the center of your zipper.
Okay.
And 3/4 of an inch in.
Should I make a little mark?
Sure.
Okay.
So mark 3/4 of an inch in. Yep.
And 3/4 on this side.
And
from the
3/4
center
on that
zipper.
side. Correct.
Okay.
And then from the center of your zipper, you're going to mark 3/4 of an inch up right here. Just right like that.
Okay.
And you're going to draw a little square right there.
Does that look right?
Mm-hmm. That's
Okay.
right.
Oof. Oofda. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Do it on the opposite
And you're
side.
going to do the opposite side the same thing.
Okay. So let me see if I can remember this. 3/4 from the center of the zipper on one side. Do a mark. 3/4 on the other side from the center of the zipper. And then 3/4 down from the zipper. Is that right? And then I'm going to draw a line connecting all of them to form a rectangle here.
Yep.
So it ends up being 1.5 inches actually from point to point, and then
Correct.
3/4 down. Okay.
Correct.
All right. Does everyone understand what's happening here? Let us know if you have any questions, because this is a little bit trickier.
Yes, it is. And when I first did this, I was like, I hope this works. Hey, take your scissors and cut that square out.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know if I can do it.
I know. I was like, woohoo, how am I going to do this? Okay.
Okay. Are you sure?
I'm
positive. Okay. Never.
I thought, okay, well, if I mess this up, worst case scenario, I make it again.
I just get lots more practice.
That's exactly right.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I know.
Okay. All right.
Now you're looking at it like I got a big hole in the side of my bag.
That is scary. Aren't you glad you all are watching this? Oh. Okay.
Now, you can see why you wanted to do that whip stitch on that zipper before you do all of this.
Okay.
Because otherwise you could be... Okay, now, Chris, can you
really
box
scary.
that corner?
I think so.
Okay.
I
want to see you do it.
Is this a trick question?
I want to see you do it.
Is this a trick question? No. Look, you've got that...
That's right.
Okay, that zipper stop there.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
So
what am I
it's
doing?
okay. You're okay.
Do I?
Exactly.
Okay.
You got it.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
And you're going to put that one in there at the same time.
Okay, so did everyone, hopefully you can see this, because at first I'm like, I can't.
That's why that 3/4 of an inch in there is going to get right at where you did that little whip stitch, especially on this end.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. All right. And then push this one in.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness, I'm sweating bullets. Patricia said this cutting is why I waited to see you do this one. Okay, I can do this.
See? There.
Wow.
And then you're going to put that all together, and then you're going to stitch that.
Smush it like a pancake,
layers,
folks.
all 4 layers. Exactly.
Boom. Smush.
Here.
It's a technical sewing term.
Put that
We're
clip in that
smushing.
for me.
Smush, smush away. Smush, smush away. There we go. Okay, I'm going to, you know what, I don't want that fabric in there.
Okay. Yeah, you can just cut it out.
I can just trim that out, right?
Yep, you sure can.
Okay. Wow. Holy smokies.
Now I'm going to stitch that, and then we're going to do the other one.
I would
So you can
imagine
do this
I'd want to
again.
do a couple of stitches on this, right?
Yeah, because this is where you are, right here. This is what you're doing, right here.
Yeah. Okay. Sherry said that's what she did, but she thought she had messed it up. No, Sherry, you got this. Oh my goodness, but I would have thought that too.
Well, when I
would've
first
been
did
really
it,
scary.
I was like, I hope this works.
Wow.
And it did.
Okay, it did work. All right.
Okay, I'm going to take
Okay.
this one, then I'm going to stitch it, and then we can do the other
Take
side.
my baby. Take good care of her. There we go. Okay, we're stitching that down, doing a back stitch, both sides. I might do another stitch over top.
I'm going to make sure I don't get that caught there and there. All right, this one's just that corner and that corner. There we go. That's better.
Woo!
All right. All right, here we go.
Doris says you don't have to box the top if you don't want to, or the bottom either. She's only going to box the bottom. Doris, live on the edge, my friend.
You got this.
Live
you can
on the
do
edge.
it.
Lainey's there to help you. She can help.
You got it. You can do it. I definitely would do a lit. Oh, that's not what
It does. You're right, Cindy. Boxing both the top and bottom looks so good. Doris, don't be afraid. You just saw I did it. You can do it too. She wants it flat on top. Doris is a chicken. I can say that because Doris and I are friends. So we are good
So that's
buddies.
what it's going to look like, Chris.
Okay.
There?
That
Yeah.
looks crazy. But I love it. Okay.
Okay.
Trust the process.
We're going to do the same thing on this end. Now this end's going to be a little bit easier because it's the bottom of the zipper.
Okay.
So it stays where your zippers
Oh boy.
together. So
Oh boy. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Doris.
There's your clip.
Bark, 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 bark. Okay, here we go. She says cluck, cluck, cluck. Love you, Doris. Okay, so
What is?
here we go. What is the quilt behind us? It is the lattice quilt. I need to find out if it's
by
going to be
Riley
on
Blake.
Comment Sold tomorrow. I don't know
Was
for
it
sure.
last week? It was on Comment Sold.
Was it?
I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yes,
I will check.
Cindy, my zipper is open so that I can switch, so I can turn it.
Peggy is with Doris too. Peggy, you got this. Doris, no matter what you do, it's going to be beautiful, for sure. Okay, there we go. We're going to do this all the way across, and then we're going to be done. And while you stitch that, I'm going to go outside and check on the quilt behind me because I can't remember. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we're at the machine, and let's take a look. Okay, I've got good news. It's the lattice quilt, and it's on the website. So if you're looking for this quilt behind, it is lattice, and it's on the website.
There you go,
Is
friend.
it done? Patricia said this is Kimberbell Designers daring us, right?
You know, it's funny because when on the Easter tier tray, you make this little bunny basket. And they do something really similar to this, where you have to sew it together. And all of us like, oh my gosh! And somebody says, so then when you're turning it back to the outside, they say it's like birthing a baby.
That's right.
I'm like, oh yes, yes.
Yikes. Okay. Okay, so you turn it through there. Look at those boxed out corners. And then I don't want you to fear that you've done anything wrong because we're going to flip it out. Doris said, P.S. Lainey didn't box it out either. Lainey, come on. Oh,
These are funny.
look how cute that is, though, boxed out. And look, it looks really good. Wow. And the zipper looks really good.
Chris,
Oh,
you
my
did
goodness.
well.
I did well. Only under your tutorage, my friend. You believed in me.
You got it.
All right. Donna's asking, what machine are we using?
We are using the Baby Lock Altair 2. Yeah.
Yes. And you know what?
Lenny says she likes it flat on her belly. She doesn't want she doesn't want that pokey square thing on her belly.
I don't know what the problem is.
Whoa,
That is amazing.
Look at that.
I'm going to grab my R&K turning tool.
Now you're going to sew that opening in the bottom of your lining closed and all
Or
of that
not.
stuff.
That's where the secret stash goes.
Exactly.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. I love this. This was so fun. Looks super intimidating, but it's not.
Yeah, I tell you,
Step by step.
that boxing of that top was the one I was like, whoa. But
Wow.
we did it. We did it.
We